In the House of Commons on the 7th of October, a Reform MP blasts Ed Miliband for stealing off pensioners to fund a risky project he is a part of. As always, we will check the footage, react, and then go over all of the latest political news from the last 24 hours. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to Parliament Watch to keep up to date with all things Westminster. So, as stated in the intro, Reform MP Richard Tice slams Ed Miliband for stealing off pensioners to fund his risky project. Check the footage.
Richard Tice.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. 10 million pensioners will find it utterly extraordinary that this government can find over £20 billion when they can't find £1 billion to fund the winter fuel allowance. £20 billion, Secretary of State, in what you've admitted today is a risky technology. I find myself in the rare position of agreeing with the co-leader of the Green Party on this. And the extraordinary thing is, this sum of money, this is almost £1,000 per household, Secretary of State. Will this sum of taxpayers' money, will it be added to general taxation when taxes are already at record highs, or will it be added to our energy bills that you've promised will be brought down?
What do you make of Miliband's plan, and does Richard Tice have a point? Let me know in the comments. In other political news, crowds of furious protesters descended on central London to demonstrate against the scrap of the winter fuel payment for millions of pensioners, demanding Sir Keir Starmer change his mind on the decision. Chancellor Rachel Reeves has previously affirmed that cutting the £300 benefit for around 10 million pensioners this winter is the right decision, despite furious backlash from Britons and political figures. Taking to the streets of Westminster, members of Unite Union, National Pensioners Convention and Scottish Pensioners Forum gathered to express their outrage against the cuts. Speaking in an interview, one pensioner claimed that although he personally will not be amongst the most affected, Labour's decision is killing old people and will result in around 5,000 deaths as temperatures plummet in the next few months. The protester raged, "It won't affect me as such, but it will affect at least 2 million people. And unfortunately, there'll be empty chairs around the Christmas table. And that's not right, because grandfathers and grandmothers won't be there because of this. 3,000 to 5,000 people could die this winter, and that's terrible." Hitting out at Prime Minister Keir Starmer, the protester declared, "They didn't let the British public know what it was going to do, and that's all wrong. Sir Keir, please change your mind. You're killing old people, and that is not right." In other news, Rachel Reeves has been urged to overturn the Conservatives' controversial increase in alcohol duty, which could lead to the closure of 9,000 pubs. A survey of 201 pub landlords revealed that 1 in 5 fear they won't survive the next year if the hike remains. In 2023, the Conservatives imposed a 10.1% duty increase on spirits, a move criticised as disastrous. Since then, 1 in 4 pubs reported knowing of a distillery that has closed. The UK Spirits Alliance's poll also found that 58% of pub owners are concerned about the future. In a letter to the Chancellor, makers of gin, vodka and whisky emphasised that the health of the craft distillery sector is at risk. They criticised the previous government's duty hike, arguing it has pressured pubs, hurt consumers and reduced tax revenue. Reeves has stated she will make difficult decisions about taxes in her upcoming budget. While increasing alcohol tax could raise £800 million annually, industry leaders argue it would lead to decreased sales. Megha Khanna, owner of the Gladstone Arms, pointed out that the previous government's focus on beer and cider hurt pubs that serve cocktails and spirits. She urged the Chancellor to reverse the tax increase to support both pubs and spirits producers. Miles Beale, CEO of the Wine and Spirits Trade Association, echoed concerns that last year's duty reform has negatively impacted businesses and tax revenue, calling for a 2-year freeze on duties to stabilise prices and optimise government income. A Treasury spokesperson emphasised the importance of thriving pubs for community support and economic growth, noting the government's commitment to business stability through various tax reforms. More than 40 small to large businesses have warned Sadiq Khan about choking access to cleaner forms of transport ahead of rule changes next year. London's congestion charge has been in operation for more than 20 years and costs motorists driving inside central London £15 per day. The cleaner vehicle discount allows battery electric or hydrogen fuel cell vehicles to drive inside the zone for free. However, from December 25, 2025, the cleaner vehicle will be discounted and all vehicle owners will need to pay to enter the congestion charge. The scheme, which was previously known as the Ultra Low Emission Discount, ULED, costs motorists £10 to register each vehicle and needs to be renewed every year. In response to Transport for London removing the exemption, experts are warning that it could have a dramatic impact on drivers of electric vans. In an open letter to the London Mayor, groups like the AA, Ocado, Openreach and the Federation of Small Businesses say London businesses will face an astronomical cost of £5,500 per vehicle per year. The open letter, which is being led by campaign group Clean Cities, said removing the grant would undermine companies who were taking on debt to invest in the air we breathe. Recent research found that battery electric vans account for less than 3% of all vans registered in London, despite 2/3 of those living in the capital, saying small businesses need more support to switch to electric vans. Oliver Lord, UK head of Clean Cities, said, "The Mayor has taken ambitious and successful measures to tackle air pollution in London, but scrapping this exemption is at odds with his track record and his commitment on climate. How is it right that a dirty diesel van pays the same as a cleaner electric vehicle in the most polluted part of the UK? This defies logic and the best international practice. Now is the time for the Mayor to cement his efforts for change by maintaining the exemption and working on a broader package of support for green freight in the capital." Clean Cities has highlighted how local authorities across the Netherlands have introduced zero-emission zones for freight starting next year. As a result of these new changes, electric van sales in the Netherlands were around twice that of the UK in 2023, as well as the ambition to slash emissions around the country. Edmund King, president of the AA, acknowledged how the air quality in the capital had increased dramatically compared to 10 years ago, although he warned that this could be in danger if the removal of the clean air grant goes ahead. He said, "Cutting the congestion charge discount for electric vans is a detrimental policy which could backfire on the health of Londoners and the economy of London. We still need to encourage zero-emission transport rather than deter it." The congestion charge operates between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m, Monday to Friday, and 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays, Sundays and bank holidays. Charges are not in operation between Christmas Day and New Year's Day bank holiday. Laura Tim, Federation of Small Businesses, London Policy Chair, said, "Small firms all over London have faced a cost of doing business crisis for the best part of a decade, and many have done the right thing and invested in green initiatives within their business. For businesses who have purchased electric vans, they should be supported and not be at risk of losing the congestion charge exemption on Christmas Day." 2025. We urge the Mayor of London and TfL to maintain this supportive measure for businesses, as it sends the right signal to struggling small businesses. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time.